What's the deal, gang? What's up, y'all? Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me fix my volume. Very interesting here. We've closed respecting this level, and we've tapped this area. So, chat, I'm gonna take a sell right here as we opened up. So I got in a sell here. Here's the thing. What I see is us tapping this area. Right? We have no bottom wick. We have really no bottom wick on a daily yet. I don't know if we'll make one if we reject, or if we reject it off a strong area of support, but we should come down and grab orders. So I just opened a sell here. Right. Area 62.7. I'm looking. I'm looking for this flip here. Once we flip, I'll go break even if we flip at this point. But we've tapped a strong area that I was looking for rejection at right here. Just an initial rejection, just a flip, and then eventually maybe a ride up to 2366. But that's what I was initially looking for at the start of this candle. And the reason, once again, is we respected this area here to the left at 23.61 on the closure. First thing we did was open up with a top wick to a previous resistance. Right, so I'm looking really for this candle flip to take risk off the table, and after that, we'll let the market do its thing. Now, if we're able to close bullish here and we start riding up, I mean, the place for pineapples that I can look for pineapples would be at this 66 area, 66.6. But because of the previous candle closure, I'm really expecting a bottom wick on this candle. Flip. Did it flip? No, it didn't. What we don't want is this to be a bottom wick for the 5. There's a chance of that as well. Chat, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go break even here. Just in case the 5 decides to ride back up and re-break the highs. Right? But because if we come down, we'll come down right now. But if the 5 here re-breaks the highs, alright, let's go break even. Until the 5 closes. Like if the 5 doesn't re-break the highs and closes, then great. But my spread's at 3 as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can break the lows. Okay, so we flipped here. I mean, we would have been managing risk here either way. I'm break even. My spread's at 3.5, so I'm only at 7 pips here. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna close half at 10 here, and I'm gonna let the rest rock. See if we have a good enough position for a runner. So I closed half at 10, and let's see if we can have a really solid position for this runner for the rest of the session, or are we gonna end up driving back up. Congrats, another W, chat. Win number 149. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna leave a runner just because we have a great entry, but we're only about 8-9 pips in profit. It's not really a massive run. It's just we have a really good entry in case this does come down. But if it doesn't, we have no risk on the table. It's house money, and we secured profits. Got a W. Yeah, I closed half at exactly 10. It would have been like 14. My spread is massive for no reason. Because I think we're just hopping onto the session. And BE hit. Like, look at that. We're nowhere near. My BE was already hit with spread. We're nowhere. But we should probably come back up. So, congrats. Another W. Another W. Yeah. Who cares? We sniped the shit out of that position. First thing we did, hopped on the market and sniped the position. Sniped the little scalp. Bada bing, bada boom. Thought you switched to futures? No, I'm doing both. Futures and Forex. Let's update that. We can't not update the record. That's win number 49. I think we're, what, like 8 in a row now? Since that little 3-loss streak? Since that very, very untypical. Three losses. Yeah, my spreads are jumping too. Like, watch, this might drive in our direction too, but it's just price never came back here. Price never. Oh, it did. Look, it tapped us right at our entry. Look where the price tapped. We needed to have a better entry here. If we were able to get something up here as we were tapping these areas, as it was coming up, we were a bit late on it, right? Like, how many pips? We were about 2.5 pips late. If we had an entry at 2.5 pips earlier, we're still in here. Wix is going to sleep now. No, if this was Sunday session, then yeah. Because yesterday, as soon as we got the trade, we were done with it. We called it at like 9:15. But yesterday was the private session, right? So it was just like, all right, you guys know what's going on, so let's be out. But like today's the public session on YouTube. Most of the people haven't even showed up yet. It's less than half of our typical crowd here. So, you know. You think we can re-enter if we get some more confirmation? No, I mean, that specific breakdown, it's gone. We've come down. We've made the bottom wick on this hourly candle. We didn't have a bottom wick on the hourly candle, and we closed right at the resistance. We've made that bottom wick, right? We gave it a chance to drive, came up, and then we gave it a chance to drive down and made a bottom wick. It flipped, drove down a bit, gave us our profits, and now it's reflip bullish and re-breaking highs. No, it's going to be a completely new breakdown. Okay. Well, I'm bearish on the day, but we're gonna need to correct some of this move down, which is what we're doing right now. To what extent are we gonna correct it? Yeah, for sells, we're gonna need to close below 2361.9. But if we're gonna look for buys, it's gonna have to. It's gonna have to be above here. Yeah. Oh yeah, 2366.52. $23.68.817. So, all right, we're either, if we're gonna look for buys here, we're either gonna wait for this to come up here, close above, right, and then we can look for some positions, or one of the two, or we're gonna do this, and we're gonna create a resistance. And if we're able to create a resistance here, anything that breaks the highs or closes above here, above the body of the candle, we will look to trade. So if you get this on one candle at that point, right, bottom wick and a drive up, we will take the rebreak of the highs as it's coming up, or if we get a closure here like this, we will probably take this off the rip for buys to come up. Okay, that's what the buys that we're looking for. And sells are very simple, right? We're just going to need to close back in range, and once we close back in range, it's the daily bias, right? So we're going to need to show that we're respecting resistance, come up here, create a top wick, close bearish. If we're able to do this, then any top wick, ideally something that taps this area again, because this is the area where you drive down from, right? You see right here, so it comes down, taps here, taps down, this wick tap there. So if we can tap that area with a top wick, ideally on a candle that on the candle after the one that closes bearish, right? If we can have something like this, then we will look for the flip to continue to finish out this range. So it's fairly simple today, right? Because we've created a support, we're looking to establish resistance, And once that's done, what happens with gold? Support, resistance, create a range. What does gold do? It fills the range, right? And if it's gonna have a range 2 breakout, then once again, we're gonna need to create a resistance here, right? And that creates our range 2, and anything above there, we can trade up. Ooh. What's up, gang? Is this 5 or 15 doing that right now? That's a 15 and a 5. Too much of a top wick on that 15. I don't know. This looks like it could come up here, but damn, it's throwing me off. The fact that the 15 closed with no top wick here is really throwing me off. Like, we could drive, but if we don't, and I get in there, I'm gonna be banging my head against the wall talking about, man, that 15 had no top wick. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So stick to your guns, stick to your principles, stick to what you know, and be calm, cool, and collected and fine with shit moving if you're not on it. And damn it, I hopped off the stream or off the stream, and there were a whole bunch of positions that formed yesterday. Once we finished the private session, I was just like, you know what, it's all good. There were plenty of positions that I could have had. That was my time. But it looks fairly decent here. I mean, I don't know. The range is up. I just don't see what we bounced off on this bottom wick. No top wick on the previous. I'm gonna wait on the 30, maybe to pull back, create some wicks, and then maybe on the next 30, I'll look for positions. Or maybe it just runs up here. But this ugly closure on the previous candle is gonna keep me out of this. Okay. I just explained. The fact that this candle has no top wick is why I'm not going to be fooled by the rebreak of highs. And even if it drives, haha, you got me this time. But if it doesn't, you're not going to fool me, because we understand that that previous candle means there's no range. Now, if this candle drives up, it'll be great for us, because now it's creating range above there, so we can have more confidence once that range is created. So let it come up, create a top wick, let it pull back. The 30 will close in 10 minutes. And then we can look for that same bottom wick off actually a level that drives up, right? So let's see, you have level right there, right? And we see bottom wicks tapping that closure, right? You have right there, you have a closure here, and then a bottom wick tapping that area. So if we can get a closure here, and it's gonna have, you know, it's gonna have it's gonna meet all the stipulations that we require, right? Like it being a 30 closure in 10 minutes, fine. It being bullish above the range, fine. It having a top wick on the closure, establishing the fact that there's range to go up, fine. And if we can also get that bottom wick to this area where we drive off of, where we drive up off of, then we're taking this flip. If if all of that lines up, we're taking it. But we're gonna need to wait for all those things to line up. And at the moment, the previous 15 doesn't have a top wick, so we'll wait on the 30. But what's happening right now on it is exactly what we want to avoid, right? It created a bottom wick, flip, broke the highs, rebroke its own high, and coming straight back down. What was the tell here, right? That's how we figured it out. We took a whole bunch of losses, and then we said, where's the tell in this candle? And it was like, oh shit, previous candle, no top wick. Every time this happens, we reverse. Reverse, 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 reverse. I'll be honest with you, gang. be honest with you? I don't think I can be honest with you right now. Oh, where did my joint go? I was gonna say, can I be honest? I haven't smoked a J yet. I want to step outside for a second and smoke a J, but then I'm like, fuck, where's this damn J? So I can't be honest with you that I'm gonna go smoke it. You smoked it? No, bro, I'm not fucking that out of my mind. Wait a minute, it's like being on your phone looking for your phone. You guys ever do that shit? I'd be on my phone like this with my ear on and be like, hold on, I gotta go find my phone. Yo, where's the shit? Anybody see my phone? Damn. But if I got a J, trust me, the J I'm not losing. Oh, I found you, little buddy. Aw. You want a lighter? Does the J want a lighter? Aw. That's a cute little J. I'm gonna feed it some fire. Yo, chat. Actually, no, this is not a story for... I got more stories than Walt Disney, but the thing is, a lot of them just cannot be told on a live stream. So we either got to be friends in real life, or you're gonna have to wait for me to actually get a book out. I give it about 25-30 years. Can't be told, but can be sold. I don't care if you snitch. The shit cannot be recorded. You could snitch, but I could be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Wick's story time is the best. I know. We love stories. We might get what we were looking for initially. 5 minutes here for the 30, gang. We're gonna wait on the 30 anyway, so let me... We can go band for band? No, let's just go joint for joint. You don't even gotta match me. Just, hey, look, this shit's gonna get smoked whether you're here or not, so you just gotta be here. If you're here, we can go joint for joint. Damn. I need my own wicks to take over the stream while I step out and smoke. I need a mini wicks. Mini wicks, you complete me. Just the two of us. Streaming gold here every night. Just the two of us. Chat, what other streamer will cradle you into bed with a lullaby and some pips? I just tucked you in with some pips like it's your teddy bear and I sang you a lullaby. What other mentor does that? Hug them pips real tight. I see clenching. You guys are clenching. You and I. You guys were singing in the chat. That's awesome. Hi, Felicia. Spain winning today for sure against France. Tomorrow. It's tomorrow for me. Are we still looking for buys? Well, it could be buys or sells. We just broke it down, right? What we would need to see for buys and what we would need to see for sells. Right now, we are well aware of the opportunity in front of us, right? We've clearly established that we're going to look for an opportunity, but right now it hasn't set up yet, right? But we're not gonna see it if we're not looking for it. So we know what we're looking for. We just broke it down. Now let's wait for it to happen. Are those actual trades taken? Is it updated? No, that's from the other day. Actually, this doesn't even have yesterday's W on here. This is from Friday's New York session. This is when we covered New York session on Friday. And then yesterday we had a W, and then today we already had a W. When is it Tuesday for you guys? Tomorrow. And it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, yesterday was a private session. It was still a stream. It's still on YouTube. It just goes public right after the stream's over. I click public. So it still goes towards the record because it was still on stream. It's still on YouTube. It's just you weren't there to see it. Bro, you took a trade before based on no bottom wick on an hourly time frame and no rejection and rejection of recent resistance, right? Yeah. And the fact that we had no top wick or barely a top wick. First thing we did was come up here. We bounced off this area right here to the left. So I was expecting this to come back down in range immediately. 30's closing here in 30 seconds though. You living the life, 8 p.m., smoking a J, streaming and trading. I mean, like, if you were going to do it, if you were going to smoke and stream and trade, you'd probably want to do it right now. It would, like, you don't want to do this shit at, like, midday. Like, you want to do this shit in the morning, but, like, you're probably working in the morning, right? So... But like to me, like it's not the life that I'm living, and I'm sure like to somebody else, whatever you got going on seems like a dream, like a world away, right? So the less time you spend focusing your energy on comparing and contrasting and looking at the differences, and the more time you spend focusing that energy towards being where you want to be, you'll get there quicker. Still holding sells, previous hourly, no bottom wick. Yeah, I know, but the 30 just closed here. Oh, the 30 closed respecting. We've created a top wick. I wanted a bearish closure. I'm not convinced here. And if it comes down, that's tough. Fuck. Yeah, you see that? 15, also no bottom wick. Back in range, no bottom wick. Now we've created one though, so if we can close below here, right? If we get a bearish closure and another top wick, we're 28 minutes away from the 4 hour though, and look how bullish the 4 hour is. Feels so unreal that a long time ago I came across Wix and finding out he also smokes and smokes every session with you, and trading, man, feels good. Great. It's not why I want you to be here, but great. I'm cool. It's cool that we vibe. Just want you to be able to, you know, like never even think about poverty and money. Like if like the key is for you to go to the store and never even think about what the things cost, right? Never think about price. That's where you need to be in life. That you take that headache off your hands, you'll have so much more energy and so much more motivation, so much just more time to do the things that actually need to be done in order to be where you are, where you want to be, in order to progress, right? Because you still need to do all of those things. Plus, on top of that, you also have to worry about the fact that, damn, I need to have a paycheck and pay for the roof, pay for the food. Once that's not a worry and you can concentrate on everything else, it just makes things so much easier to attain. You have that full energy to do it, right? So the key is to get that problem off your hands, right? The checking for price. Can you afford something? Let me look at prices. Once you have that problem off your hands, it's all about, like, you know, being the most optimal you. So the 30 created a top wick coming down here. I know some of you are in sells already. That 15, no bottom wick, and the fact that that 30 closed, you see how it closed? There's still a level here. Right? There's a level right there. If we were to bring this a bit lower, it's kind of respected that, right? So at any moment, that 15 no bottom wick, this could be a bottom wick to drive us up. Doesn't have to be, but it could be, right? I'm looking at this like this, but that still exists there, so I'm not going to completely disregard it. I'm just going to be a little bit more cautious and look for a more secure position, which probably will be if the hourly closes strong bearish. First thing we do, get a top wick and flip, I'll take the sells down, but they also will not be you know, they'll be short-lived. I won't look for runners on there. We'll probably close full once you get to the next advantage point, because the 4 hour at that point will close bullish here, right? And if the 4 hour closes bullish, that drive down is most likely a bottom wick to continue up. So the time frames aren't going to be falling in line just yet, unless in the next 25 minutes we drive down here another 35 pips, and then fine, we'll look for sells in the next 4 hours. But it's doing what we wanted it to do. It's just doing it exactly 30 minutes later. Yeah, we needed this 30 minutes ago. So let's wait. It's good that it's driving down. It's going to create range. Let it drive down. Let the hourly come down and create a bottom wick, and let it also close strong bearish, right? We want a strong bearish candle, because if it's a strong bearish candle, it's hold on a second, chat. How can I help you? Did I put Robux on your iPad? What do you think? You don't think I did it? I'm gonna go take him away. Yeah, I put your iPad on a charger. How was the park? It was good? Are you looking for the charger? You're not even concentrating talking to me. I love you, go. Yeah, I put it on your iPad. I bought you Robux. It's your iPad's charging, and when you open it, you'll see a thank you for your payment screen. Go. Hey. Hey, come here. Give me a hug. I can't believe you didn't think it was done. It's always done. Love you. Close the door, please. Yeah, I got shook down for some Robux. Fucking Robux. Yeah, I loaded up all their phones and iPads, like all three of them. I loaded them up with Robux, and I told them they can't play until they go outside and have a good productive day outside. They need to touch some grass, go play with other kids, touch the park. Hold on, chat. What? Let me see. All right. So everybody got Robux. Meanwhile, I'm out like $250 right now. I want my 3 pips back. Chat, we need to get 3 more pips. Looking for a 3 pip trade. Trying to recover these Roblox funds. We looking at? We're waiting probably most likely on this hourly closure. Ooh, look at that. No bottom wick on the 15. Damn. Don't want to be a part of this. Back when my kids were little, they played Smurfs on the iPad. I bought like $200 in Smurf berries without me knowing. Little shit. Wait, how old are they now? I never heard of that game. Is there any more Smurf berries? Does that shit even exist? They're 20. So how long ago was this? I know this. I know we went to my boy's house and my kids, this is when my oldest was 6. So she's 12 now, almost 12. She's about to be 12. So this is 5.5, 6 years ago. We were at my boy's house and we walked in there. This is right when I was just starting out trading. Just started trading. And we walked in his house. I think I was even showing him like an MT5 or something. And we were sitting on the balcony. He lived somewhere in Fort Lauderdale. We were on somewhere in I forgot what, like 20-something floor. And we were sitting there. We're just chilling, smoking a J. And my daughter comes in. She was like, hey, can I play Fortnite on your PlayStation? So he turned on Fortnite. And she, no joke, spent like $600 on his Fortnite account. Like, we walked in and he was like, ah! I was like, ah! She was like, ah! I told her, I was like, I don't trade yet. Gotta learn. How you doing this right now? She didn't know nothing. She was like, I don't know. Shouldn't have let her on. She said, word. She said she got 3 years younger. She turned 3 years old. She's like, go. She forgot where she was for a second. You had to pay it back? Yeah, I ended up buying like $600 worth of steaks, and we had a nice barbecue. But it's weird, like right now, I look at it, and I'm like, all right, so 6 pips, right? And I'm like, damn, if I lost 6 pips in the market, like, if I lost 600 pips in the market, I probably wouldn't, like, yeah, I'd be pissed, but I wouldn't stress it. I'd be like, all right, it's gonna come back. So now everything's in pips, and I'm like, all right, if I can take, 200 pip loss, I'm good with a 200 pip loss in real life. It'll probably just come back the same way it does in the markets. I just gotta wait for the next trade, right? There's always another trade. There's always another 6 pips. But back then, I wasn't thinking like that. I was like, damn, $600? You going up for sale, girl. eBay. And AliExpress. We need to recover some funds. Don't worry, we'll find you a good bidder. Oh, man. What, I ain't gonna be in debt. I'm not one of those deadbeats. Shit, I owe you money. I'm paying back. Yeah, I'm not a deadbeat deadbeat debtor. Oh, someone's waiting on 74. Come on now. Jamal! Damn, I hope you get it. That was an ugly 30. That was an even uglier hourly. Top wick, flip, drove a few pips, and reflipped on your ass. Took 10 pips on this flip. On the bullish flip, right? Like a bullish reflip? Or, like, where the fuck did you take 10 pips? Oh, alright, yeah. Because it was the 15, right? 15 closed, no bottom wick. Damn. I gave you exactly time. Oh, yeah, you're on futures. No spread. Shit, there's people on cam. Damn. As soon as I saw the cam, Bougie disappeared. I clicked the cam, Bougie. Bloop. Bloop, bloop. First time watching you live. What's up? Well, gotta be here on time because we already got a W. Rodley. That's a dope name, Rodley. It's like a combination of 2 names. Next 4 hour better give us some pips. And up to me. Up to the 4 hour. I think we will redo our levels. What'd your W look like? Like an upside down M. On cam feasting. Yeah, I know, I figured. Is your middle name? M. Rodley. Big Rod is my middle name. What time you start the lives? 8 p.m. Eastern. But try to show up at like 7:30, 7:40. Because, yeah, sometimes if there's something setting up for the 8 p.m. closure, then we start a bit earlier just so we could, just like today. Except we had an 8 a.m. opening and we started at 8 p.m. opening and we started at like 8 p.m. on time, on the dot. 7:59. But typically if I see something setting up, I like to start a bit earlier. Missed you, Wix. Been watching your reels. Shit funny as fuck. Oh, that's AA Ron. That's dope. We haven't seen AA Ron in a while.
AA Ron, where are you?
Hey. Got TP 2377. Do you think it'll reach that level? 2377. I mean, based on the way I trade, that's really ambitious of you. Right now, it's 140 pips away. I mean, I'm just going range to range, right? I'm here to scalp. And that's like 3-4 ranges away from the current range. So I'm like, I don't know. Let's just wait what happens. Let's just see what happens here. But if you want to talk about that level off the higher time frame, yeah, I think we'll get there at some point. Depending on today's closure, if we close bullish back up in range, back up above 2360, then we're probably going to tap that level. Yep, 77 right here, these highs. Maybe 76.6 right here. It's a better level. I'm always on time. Not always there when you call, but I'm always on. Don really be helping out the Forex community more than all the influencers combined. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you on that. Wait, what's the one thing you love in this world? My kids. Devious gang. I think if we break 2370 and hold that, it might, but not now. Yeah, a bit early. It looks like breakthrough and uppity buppity. Okay, Betty. Okay, Betty. Yo, what are we watching? Shark versus Ross. Yo, fuck Shark Week. Straight up. I know YouTube's not gonna like this, but fuck Shark Week. Fuck sharks and their fucking attacks and their weak and their tails and their fins and all the crusty motherfuckers that like sharks. Fuck all that shit. Word, I would rather have Shrek Week. If we can have some Shrek attacks, I'm with it. Fuck sharks. If I can get a talking donkey in my backyard right now, I'm done streaming. I need a talking colorblind donkey, chat. We wanted to be a marine biologist in high school. And what happened? I know what happened. You ain't even gotta tell me. You met your wife. You met your wife and it was all over. You got into mechanics? Did you fall into mechanics, or it was like it was a conscious choice, like something really interested you for a second? You were like, oh, this looks good. Fuck marine biology and fuck them goddamn sharks. Something had to have happened. You must have like worked on a Bentley or something. Slipped on oil, hit your head. Super mechanic. I wanted to be an engineer, realized to make 150K I needed to go 200K in student loan debt. Yeah, you know, you feel me? You gotta weigh. The RR was definitely negative on that one. Portugal needs Wicks as a goalkeeper? Shit, every team needs a Wicks as a motivator. If I was... what? I'll tell you this much. If we're losing, we ain't going out. We ain't going out just losing. Everybody losing. The ref losing. The winners are going to be losing. Everybody going to lose something. They need me for motivation. Own a home, make 6 figures between my jobs, side jobs. My friends are still in school. Damn. What, like high school? Bro. You need new friends? College? You don't need friends. Like, honestly, like, overrated. You guys don't need friends. You know why you guys think you need friends? Because you're always like, well, shit, who's going to look out for me? You, motherfucker. Who's going to help me out when something bad goes on? You. No one needs to have you. It's cool, but no one obligated. Maybe I'm just speaking from personal experience, because I ain't got no friends. It's just like, you got to learn to be really dependent on yourself, and everything else is just like chance. Everything else is half chance, right? Somebody helps you or not, it's not like you calling your mom or your dad where they're like, yeah, of course I'll help you, right? Like everything else is going to be up to somebody else's mood. You guys think that like having friends is going to save you from when you fail in life and one of the homies succeeds, and that's going to be your ticket out. Nah, you got to be the ticket out. Friends are good, but not necessarily. It's just distractions. It's your I don't know, maybe you're genetically predisposed, maybe it's in like it's been beat into your head, but times ain't the same, right? Relationships ain't the same as they were 20, 40, 50, 80 years ago, like, right? So relationships between people ain't the same because times are different, right? The value of friendship seems to be a lot less than what it used to be, right? So if it's not as valuable as what it used to be, I think you should, concentrate on what's valuable, and that would be you, right? You concentrate on you, everything else will fall into place, right? Concentrate on getting money, because everything else is a lot easier to attain later on in life. But money will only get more difficult to attain. Your earning potential goes down as you get older, right? So since money gets more difficult to attain, but everything else is not an issue. Shit, relationships, friends, outings, cars, that's all very easy to attain later in life. It doesn't get more difficult, but it does get more difficult trying to earn a bigger paycheck. So, you know, prioritize money right now, because everything else will be, you know, it ain't going nowhere. It will be just as simple to get it later on. Epstein got killed because of his friends? Yeah. I got 3 rich friends, says Green.
It's because I'm green, isn't it?
If you weren't green, they wouldn't be there. You have 3 rich friends, and they're all live streamers. They're all traders. It's TTE, Wix9, and Don Vu. Legendary take actually makes sense. Yes. Clip it. Clip it and ship it. Got disappointed with quite a few friends. They were not there at the tough times. During hard times, we know who our real friends are. I have a handful now. Well, I appreciate it very much. I told you guys before, like, you guys really feel like you need to share the hard times with people. Never tell your problems to anybody. 80% of the people don't care, and the other 20 are glad you have them, right? So deal with your problems. Don't share them, right? People don't want another drag in their life, trust me. I don't want people coming to me with like a lot of headache and problem. Nah, figure it out and we could all go out and vibe out, right? Like, yeah, if you really need something like that I'm good at or I'm knowledgeable, I'm always there. But like, for the most part, like, you gotta figure it out. I want to show up and put in the work despite failing. The more I see the light at the end of the tunnel, or me, the more I work, the more results I see. It's that simple. Absolutely. Yeah. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's up to you whether you want to see one or be one. You can see the light or you can be the light. Both are good. Yeah, for the most part, like, this is what typically happens, because, you know, gossiping is human nature. So you tell your problems to somebody and they won't go out of their way to help you, right? Maybe they can, right? But they're not really, for the most part, people don't go out of their way to help you. But on the opposite end of that spectrum, they will go out of their way for some entertainment, right? They'll go out of their way to entertain themselves at your expense. That's just human nature. So you can't be mad at people when they do that, right? We can't be mad at people that talk behind your back. That's human nature. Like, they were created that way. What you can do is control what you can control, right? You got to trust people to be who they are, right? And if you know, DMX said that. He had one of those, trust a snake to be a snake, if you've ever heard that saying, right? You got to trust people to be who they are. And if you know human nature and you know how people are, then trust in your knowledge and understanding of what they're going to do or how they're going to behave, right? Don't just, you know, throw shit into the wind. Act accordingly. Oh shit, the 4-hour closed. No one said anything. Chat. How do we close? We closed bullish, but still respecting this bish. Wow, what an hourly candle. We thought it was going to do a lot. It did nothing. Yeah, I have nothing here. We close respecting resistance with a bullish 4-hour, right? So there's a chance we come back down here. There's a chance it drives up. I'm going to need more candles to print. Oh, you said? Thanks. But I always think like if like yeah, I'm good, like I'm good, like I got me, right? But I always think about like what could have been, the what ifs. Like if people really bought into my vision. Because you know what it is? I think like everybody feels like they need to be the star of the show. And like I don't feel like I need to be the star of the show, but I just know where my talents are, right? I know what I'm good at. I'm a good orator, right? I'm a good speaker. I got good memory. I know where my talents are. I got a good sense of humor. Like I can vibe with people. Now, like I got to be in front of the camera. Some people just don't buy into the fact that they need to be behind the camera, or that there's other important things. There are things that are more important than being in front of the camera. Way more important things. Things that actually make things run. Yeah, and one doesn't work without the other. And that's, you know, what it is. I always, like I was saying, I always think to myself, like, what could have been and what would have been if the people that I really see potential in, that I used to deal with, if they really bought into my vision. But it's you know, it's your ego, people's ego, and people's I don't know. Here's the thing. If you're on one level with somebody, right? If you're on the same level with somebody, and you make more money, right? And now, here's the two things. Person can react. The fact that you make more money now makes others around you make more money, right? Your team makes more money. Your team is not more profitable, right? But for some reason, people think that because you're now up here, that now they need to be where you are, right? They need to make just as much, right? And it's the fact that they feel the need to make just as much that keeps their potential down there. If they realize that they don't need to be up there with me, they just need to make sure that I'm growing and I'm going up, and that's the only way they're gonna grow, right? But they're really stepping on their own feet for the most part, because what happens is people get tight that I've moved further, right? People start feeling some type of way, and because of that, right, because I moved further, they get to go up too, where yeah, not as much as me, but they still get to go up. If once that gets in the way and you need to be on my level, or you need to get onto somebody else's level, it just keeps you way back. It keeps you at your initial spot. But if you bought into the idea, you'd be further ahead than where you are, because the real comparison is not me up here. The real comparison is you here or you here. Where the hell do you want to be? Oh, how come he moved up there and I'm still down here? No, that's not the comparison. The comparison is, hey, you can either move a little bit up here or you can stay where the hell you are. You know what I mean? And people don't think like that. They're like, damn, maybe because of him, it doesn't matter that he's eating more, but because of him, I could also eat more. No, they're like, damn, well, if he's eating like that, I gotta eat like him. No, you don't. No, not everybody has to be the star of the show, but if we can all be part of a well-oiled machine, we can all eat. Just, you know, you can't all just go into things devaluing what others are doing. Boys come up with a childhood friend. That bond will never be broken. Going from broke to rich with a friend on the same journey as you. Your childhood friends do not have a success mindset. Here's the thing. I've got plenty of childhood friends that I've, you know, took with me for the ride that are doing better than me. Like, I want to go, you know, I want them to take me on for a ride. But, like, you really see how people are, like, as they get older, you know, as they come into some money, as they come into some opportunities to make money, because people are very opportunistic. So you'll really see people's true colors show in times of opportunity. right? And it's either, you know, at that point it'll be priority. It'll be either like you'll prioritize the opportunity or you prioritize the friendship and the value that the friendship brings, right? But my childhood friends, no one's on the same route. Like we grew up, but like I gotta be honest with you, like I'm looking around and there's not a single one of them that's eating off another. There's not a single one of them that's like, all right, like I'm gonna make sure he good and he actually good. So like, yeah, it sounds all great and fairy tale-y, right? But that's just not how shit works in real life. You gotta trust people to be who they are. You gotta trust people to have, you know, human nature and look out for themselves and look out for their benefits, no matter who you are. All right, we went off on a little tangent. Holding support at that area, huh? Resistance so strong. Why are we staying here at this point? Is it not this weird? I don't know. I don't think. What do you mean resistance so strong? We just have areas and we wait on. It doesn't matter like what it does. Like it matters, or how long it does. Let it do its thing. It's all noise. Like until it does what you need it to do, ignore it. Let the market do whatever. Just don't ignore it because you're always got to be looking for opportunity. If you're not looking for it, you're gonna miss it. But count it as noise, just outside of what you need. Right, we have this area here. And we have a lovely closure here above which we drive up. So if I were to move this up, I would probably want to look for buys somewhere above here. 2363, let's jump to a smaller time frame. It's pretty solid. Ooh. Then we can keep going up and up and up. Yeah, I think 2363.6. It's the tough part is the 4-hour closed below this area, right? It closed respecting this area. But then again, maybe it's on the 4-hour, it looks solid. It looks more solid than it does on the 1-hour. So it might be like the next hourly position. Right? The hourly closed doji respecting resistance. So maybe if we can get a strong bullish closure here, what I'd like to see is a bigger push up. So if this can push up another 20-30 pips and pull back, then we can look for some positions. I think we marked this level off before on the previous hour. Like right here, right? So if we can get a strong push indicating bullish volume, strong bullish volume like it's doing right now. If we can push up here, but actually close something like this. Attempt to drive down, fail, bullish flip. Is all us. Bill Gates once said, if someone works smarter than you, don't compete with them, work with them. Yeah, I mean, at a certain level, there's just no competition. At a certain level, the only way to move and progress is to collaborate, right? There comes a point where competition turns into collaboration because it just makes sense. When you both hit a ceiling. What do you do on the weekends to ease your mind from trading? As soon as I'm off the charts, I completely forgot trading. I've made it a habit that I don't think about it. I do everything else, everything. Gym, family, but never thought to look at the charts. Or like, I don't look at the charts. I haven't looked at them from the morning. Since the same. Background music too loud? Oh, you're right. It is too loud. Here you go. Likely to obliterate that level. Perfect. So this is what we just said we wanted, right? We want this drive 20, 30 pips up, as it's doing right now. And now we want to pull back because we want to have some range to trade. If this continues to drive, oh well, yeah. Background music's too loud. All right, guys. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's too loud for somebody, too low for somebody else. Harris Heller. And turn on the playlist on your side and play it how you want. How many sessions did you trade? New York and Asian. Okay, so we're pulling back now. See, this is also what we wanted. Yeah, it looks like 68 might be the level it's headed to. Oh, what a lovely top wick. Need a bottom wick here. So we got to break the previous 5 lows. If we fill the wick before then we won't look for something. Then we won't look for anything. Okay. I'm gonna have a buy stop right here. And if we come down back in range, then we'll delete. No harm, no foul. So we've grabbed orders. Previous 5 had no bottom wick. Now we've come down and created a bottom wick for it. It needs to happen now on this 5. If the 5 closes bearish, we will delete this buy stop. But this is the first thing we did to open up on the candle. there a level here on the 15? Really wicks buy into that wick? Yes. Closed above the range, broke the previous 5 low that we wanted to see. Created a wick for it. Right, grabbed orders here where they weren't grabbed. And there's clean range to the left, and the wick fill, the advantage point is 10 pips here, I believe. 9. See, this is the area we've drove up off of right here. I think this is where do we tap on the bottom wick here? See, it tapped exactly the area where you've driven up from. It's 40 seconds here. That what I will say though, if this closes bearish, yeah, this is a 15, right? Really the position on the 15. But the thing is, once this closes bearish, it'll be key how the next 5-minute opens. So I might close this just for the opening. I want to see if we make a top wick or a bottom wick first on the next 5, right? But if it makes a top wick first, there's a chance it can make a top wick and drive down. So here's what we're going to do. There's 10 seconds left here in this candle. I'm going to close the buy stops, deleted them. So delete, delete, delete. And I'm going to have to wait for a 30 here in 10 minutes because I'm going to avoid this next 5-minute candle. Oh, it closed above here, but it still closed bearish. Interesting. It needs a bottom wick. There we go. This is good. Almost activate. Yeah, it got close. Never flipped. Never broke the highs. Why not a buy stop above here? Because once we flip on this candle, I'm expecting the wick fill. Anything further is arbitrary. I don't know how much further we'll drive. Because that tip, the fill of the wick is the resistance. But it's alright, we're not getting in it. Well, I'm not getting in it now on this 5. If it happens to drive, then it happens to drive. How do you recommend getting out of B stage? Risk management. It's your risk management that's affecting your B. I find that people at a break-even stage generally take good positions and just mismanage them, or mismanage a good portion of them that takes you back to break even. So I would say, great, you've sample sized your positions, sample size different types of risk management on the same position, then take whatever you have in your playbook, right? Say you have 3 plays in your playbook, you take 1 play and you sample size different types of risk management on that play. Right? And then you have another play, you sample size different types of risk management on that play and try to get data on that. And you're slowly building a system that only technically you'll understand because you're the one sample sizing, right? But you'll have a system that you'll understand, and you'll also be able to explain because you're gonna know what you're looking for because of your sample size, right? You're gonna, because of your data that you're gonna take, you're gonna be able to say, all right, well, these are good trades, right? I win majority of these positions. I don't take as much here. This comes back to break even. I take a loss here. Great. Let's look at that loss. Let's see if we could have managed it differently mid position. Would I have been able to get a W out of it? Would I have been able to be break even, not lose any money on it? Great. Let's look at a win. Could I have extended that win? Was it a legitimate win? Could I have, could I have stacked on it? Right? And you look at nuances in the trade where you could have done those things and would have worked out in your favor next time you try it. It's a tedious process. It takes months and years, right? And it sucks hearing that when you're new, and I hated hearing that kind of shit when I was in like my first 2 months of trading. It's like, fuck, I can't wait to be doing this for 5 years. But look, I'm damn near 6 years into it, and like, oh well, like I'm still learning every day. But I just have a lot more experience, so like I can, I go off my experience versus you going off yours, and you know what I mean? No comparison. You're here to hang. So broke out heavy to the upside, right? Just to come back down. Wow, what an order grab. This 30 closes in 5 minutes. This is going to be interesting. I want to see, can this flip bearish? Damn, that would flip the 4 hour. Oh, no. We'd have to break the previous hourly low in order to flip the 4 hour, so. Oh, hold on a second, chat. Hold on. Hey, TT, what's up, Nick? What's going on? Give me 1 second, gang. Hold on 1 second. Wix 11's calling me. Nobody knows nothing. Hey, yo, hey, take it easy. Nobody knows nothing. Forget about it. You thirsty? Alright, here you go. Everybody knows nothing. How you doing? Hey. Who is Don? The mentor that you guys talk about? That's the homie. That's the little homie. That's the little big homie. That's Big D. That's Big D. Yeah, I told him next time. You know how I had when he came through last year for the in-person here in Miami? I met him at the airport with a big-ass Big D sign. But I told him this time, next time he flies in, I'm going to meet him in the air. And I just need to know the time he's flying in. I'm going to be inside the Goodyear blimp. Welcome, Big D. It's the big Goodyear blimp flying around with that sign. Hell yeah, all the South Beach is going to know who's flying in. Nah. I don't want the smoke. I want the Goodyear blimp. I want the blimp. All right, 30 just closed. Oh no, 30 almost closed. Yo, what are all these lines, yo? Do you guys know you can just press the mouse button right here, the mouse wheel, and it deletes the lines? That's crazy. Huh? That is a nice strong closure, but it would need to be above. Yeah, it needs to be above here for me to be interested. Came to my office. Is he here? Come here. No, don't leave. I got you. Don't leave. No, he's cool. Look. Look. Chat. See, this is what you are when you guys are in drawdown. Don't be this. Alright? Don't be this in drawdown. Yeah, I'm putting him down. He looks pissed. Don't be that guy. Yo, Javier, what are you eating, bro? I'm hungry. $10 pips and B, gonna spend time with my girl? That's a good decision. All right, so we don't have a bottom wick here on the opening on the 15. That 15 closed bearish below the most recent, and first thing you're doing is getting a top wick. There's a chance it comes back down, and because of that, we are in no position to be in a position right now.
Some little bagel bite piece of roast.
Bagel bite.
Yeah, a little bagel bite.
Do the kids know you're eating their shit?
Yeah, it's the leftovers.
He's like, shh, they're not sleeping yet. They hear you, Wix.
For the summer, they got no real schedule right now.
True. That's what my daughter says. She's like, yo, Dad, it's. You know what she says? She says, are you serious right now for Lanky Box? That's what they say right now. And then she goes, oh, come on, bro. To me. But the thing is, they're so young. It's so funny. She goes, come on, bro. I'm like, it's not bro, it's dad.
Yeah. Every time I say bro, they just
Like, come on, bro. But then the oldest one, she's like, it's summertime. Like, all my friends are all online, and it's like, and they are, right? We get our texts and shit, and it's like midnight or like 1 a.m. and they got these group texts, and it's like, yo, shitface, are you on? I'm like, he's 10 years old. They're talking to each other. Yo, shitface, you on? These crazy ass kids. 3:30 a.m. here in Sweden, so good night. Good night, Storm. Is that Storm Potato? Storm Potato. Will this flip back bearish? What happened? Are you spending all the Robux I bought you? You're looking for games? Alright. Oh. It's 9:30. You're looking for games. You're going to mess around and find out. Hold on, so this isn't the futures chart no more, right? It's switched, right? This is the old chart. The GC1, right? It's not that no more.
no, that one is fine. Because whenever it has the exclamation point, that means that it's continuous.
Like forever?
Yeah, it just auto adjusts every time it rolls over.
That's awesome. It is a bit different though. Like you see how the top of the SWIC right here is way past everything to the left, but we go to the futures chart, it's tapping that level right here on the dot right here. You see that? It's very interesting because this chart looking better than the gold chart right now. And the previous candle didn't just close doji, it closed bearish, right? We have a bullish doji on the forex chart there, right there. So I don't know. That futures chart looking nicer than the forex chart right now. Shit, Don texted me. He always texts me. He always texts me in the middle of the stream. Never texts me later. Oof, this looks like a lovely flip. Can't. Hourly so bullish. The 4 hours massively bullish. We've, the 4 hour levels up there. Yeah, I think what we've tapped on the hourly might be short lived. Oh, we've tapped the 4 hour resistance here. bottom wick for the 5 to come up. Gonna head off, touch some grass. Yeah, chat, I see a whole bunch of people. Like, yeah, we already got a W. It's coming up to close to the end of the session. I'm not saying we won't have any positions. There's a chance, right? But if you gotta go, if you're dipping off, that's cool. We're winners already today. We already got a W. So just, you know, you don't need to stress about, you know, milking the session for every possible pip that it can offer. No diddy, right? You just be comfortable with the fact, or with the knowledge that your position happens so often that there's no need to force it now, because a few hours from now it'll set up again. A few candles from now, whether a few 30-minute candles, a few hourly candles, a couple of 8-hour candles, your position, or the way that we trade based on our knowledge and understanding of the charts, we'll get another setup fairly soon. And if you understand that, why force it here when you can just trade with comfort, trade with peace, right? You can literally trade with confidence and no emotions. Just wait for your position set up. You need to have the confidence that your position forms so often, or often enough, that you don't need to sway and figure out where else are you going to get pips. No, it's constantly, it's happening over and over and over. And that's just one of the things we also look for, right? We look for the mirrors in the markets. We look for things that have happened before, and we base our analysis on it. And we get trades often enough that it's like, all right, this is going to happen again, and we're going to get another trade. And be confident, not in the fact that you're going to win. You should be confident in that too when you enter a position, right? But be confident in the fact that it happens so often that there's absolutely no need to force it. This was yesterday the setup that fucked me. Took the 30 bullish flip and we just drove down, and now you just took the bearish flip and we're driving up. Is that what happened? Oh, you didn't take it this time. This time you didn't take it. This time you're like, no, this already happened to me. I'm not taking it. That's how I felt about the 4-hour a few days ago. We had a 4-hour position, or chance at the 4-hour. I was like, nah, this happened a few weeks back. I'm staying out. And then exactly what happened again. Le candle on the 5. 15 created a top wick for the previous. Only 3 minutes left here on the 15. What up, Nganga? I don't know who had 67 here or 70 levels, but man, I hope you smash the shit out of your TP. Can't kill the golden goose? No, but you could sell that motherfucker at $2,400 an ounce. $23.64. Yeah, baby.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Mi scusi. Mi scusi. To the left, to the left. A lot of traffic in that box to the left. That box to the left, that's market mechanic. That ain't traffic. We pushing, pushing. No, they both look the same on. It's just the levels respected are a bit different. I'm more comfortable taking a sell on a bearish flip here on the hourly or on the 30 on a futures chart than I would be more comfortable on that futures chart the way it printed than on the gold chart, than right on the spot chart. But it's telling us the same thing. I wouldn't be in a position. It's just if it would have happened, I probably would like that off the futures chart the way it looks. Can I know a bit more about you? Well, you see, it all started back in 1985. It was a dark, stormy night, from what I remember. Actually, I don't remember any of it because that's when I was conceived. I don't know. Can I know a bit more about you? What else you do outside of trading? No, you just got to show up. Like, we have these conversations. Like, go follow my IG, but we have these conversations from time to time. You got to show up. Days, weeks, months at a time to really, you know, really catch up. $1900s? Yeah, back in the 1900s. Blood started from season 1. I started from the pilot episode. I was gonna go there. Sells? No. 15-minute close bullish above the most recent range. You see that? Bullish and above the most recent. Not just the overall. We're still above the overall, but it also closed above the most recent. So no, I wouldn't trust it. I would wait for the hourly closure. Construction worker, Frenchie breeder, and winemaker. You know what? My actually no, that's another story. I can't tell on YouTube here. YouTube would be so sensitive. But yeah, I'm looking for a dog. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a brown husky, chat. I'm looking for a brown Siberian husky. Okay, I don't know if I can. I don't want to give out a kennel name, but like, this is something that I'm looking for right now. Right there. The brown one right here. Trying to get this puppy. If anybody got connects with breeders for brown huskies, let me know.
Definitely looks like a wolf.
Yeah, but it's a husky. It's just, that's what I want. Get a Shiba. I have a friend that has 3 Shibas. They were mad expensive. He's got a bright orange one that was 12,000. You got a plug in main. I mean, as long as I could get that cut like all brown for a husky with blue eyes, then I mean they all have blue eyes, but I thought you wanted a wallaby. Yeah, but for a wallaby it's a bit different. I also got to I got to get a I think I got to get a tier 1 or tier 4 exotic license, something like that. Right, just to be able to keep them at the house, cuz the house has to be like prepped properly. Husky in South Florida, can they handle it? What you mean? My next door neighbor, well, a few houses over, they got like a pack of huskies. They'd be walking around like 4 or 5 huskies at a time. Yeah, blue and white eyes, but those are common, right? The white and gray huskies, those are really common. And I got a friend who's got a Pomsky, which is like a mini husky, right? It's a Pomeranian and a husky. And
Yeah, the Pomeranian Huskies.
yeah, it's called a Pomsky. But he ordered his shit and it was like $6 grand. So it's not bad, but I don't need to mix that. I just, you know, just want a brown husky puppy. So good, you asked, and I replied. Every is polite, respectful, not hard feelings. Oh. Winemaker. That's an interesting job. Wine connoisseur. I'm a cannabis connoisseur. We should hang out. Wolfpack in Florida, they're going to hurt gators. Maybe a setup on the next 1 hour if we can get a nice top wick. Yeah, the hourly looks better, but then you're looking for an hourly closure. Ugly ass levels to the left. I think you're looking at this. Yep. This is where you want the hourly above. Right? Closure above. Fill to here. Closure above. Fill the entire friggin' range. Closed above. Filled to here as well. Closed above, filled to here. So, yeah, I think you want a closure above 2364. And then you want a bottom wick to 2364 flat. Closure above 2364.9. Bottom wick 2364. And then that's your cue to get in and fill this clean range right here. So it would be lovely if you can, right, actually get, oops, sorry, get that pullback and get that for London. Like if you're able to do this for the next 2 to 3 hours, right, and by 1 a.m. for the next 2 hours, right, and by 1 a.m. the next 4-hour close, right, you can do this 2 a.m. if you're doing that again, and you've already tapped this area to grab orders like you have right here. You see, after these orders, it drove straight through. So highly likely after tapping these areas and then closing above this area and then grabbing the bottom wick, you're gonna the same way drive straight through. So especially if this is happening at a high volume time and you're getting this closure by the next 4-hour close up here, right? By 1 a.m., maybe, you know, 1:32. And if you're getting all that, then that's your time to push. Now you have timing on your side. You already have grabbed orders on your side. You've already filled the range. You've closed above. You got wicks. You've got clean range to the left, right? And you have London open or pre-London coming up. New 4-hour candle. After a bullish closure, because this would be a massive bullish closure. If you're able to close right here, it's going to be a massive 4-hour candle. So if you can do that, shit, might even be off the rip, but you gotta wait for that 4-hour closure, or for these closures to happen above 2364. And if it all plays out like this, that's what should give you confidence to actually enter and not, you know, double guess, triple guess yourself, because it's gonna do everything you expected it, right? That's the whole play. Orders, right? You've tapped certain levels, you've closed above the most recent, outside the overall, you're getting that closure at a high volume time, right? There's just, it makes things a lot more simpler for yourself. Put yourself in a position where good luck can find you, in the most optimal position to succeed, right? It doesn't mean other positions can't succeed either, but according to what you know and your experience, and according to the plan and what you back tested and forward tested, right, and the data you have, those are the ones you should be entering, not others that have a chance to win, but the ones that you have data on. Does the currency strength meter really work? What, like, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I've never needed to use it. Up to you how simple or difficult you want to make this. You want to make this, you know, a little more difficult on yourself. Add an extra variable to it. Fine, maybe it'll ease things up for you. But to me, that's an extra variable. The same way I don't look at the Dixie, right? You guys look at the Dixies. Wicks don't be looking at Dixies.
Yo.
That's my new name for DXY. I don't be looking at that. I just saw someone use the predicting the market with it, so I asked you if it really works or nope. I mean, maybe. I mean, I just don't use it as a variable in my equation. It's not there.
Yeah, I've used it before for some swings, but for what we doing here, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I used to look at it when I just started trading, trying to figure out how it can help me. But then, like, I found no value in it, because, like, I was using so many indicators and, like, you know, and I don't know, and so many strategies, and it was like, where do I throw this now? Where do I throw this in? Where do I throw this DXY or the currency strength meter? Where do I throw this in the middle of all my EMA crossovers and my, you know, my fibs, and like, at some point I was just like, I gotta get rid of all this shit. You know where our trade was, chat? We had a trade right here, and we won with a sell right here. That was the position right there. We won with a sell on that bullish candle. Hour 1, hour 2. That's our session.
You got in that as soon as you got on stream, right?
Yeah, it was the first 5 minutes of the stream.
Because I got on and I saw the box on the screen already. I was like, yo.
Yeah,
Fast.
because like we closed here at resistance. Right there. Yeah. And when we made that top wick first, we didn't have a bottom wick right here. So as we made that top wick, the top wick came right off the hourly closed, and then the first thing it did start coming up. So I looked at this level right here to the left, and that's where we got in. And it was in the first 5 minutes, and then up, down, and we were out.
And to be honest, I wasn't expecting this big retracement today.
Really? I was. At least to 68 to 70 areas. I was. Typically, you'll see a correction
all the
like
way
that.
back down to 50.
You'll typically see a correction like that, and then you'll see it slowly start coming back down after pushes like that. We look at the 15. But did you take the trade? Yeah, we took the trade. We got a W already. The 15, right? What about it? We're in a 30 pip range. Yeah, we've been in a 30 pip range our entire session, right? And we're gonna close right now on this hourly. Close bullish above this area, so you're above your most recent highs. You've created a higher high. Be careful here, because the next candle, last time we came up through this area here, right? We've created a high, but the next candle did not break that high, right? It tapped this area, right? See that closure? And came back down. Chance it could do that here, right? It could create a bottom wick, but there's a chance it drives. So if this was a volume time, if we were at 9:30 in the morning and we're getting this bottom wick, yeah, I'm taking the buys here. So this is how I approach the sessions differently. A good example here, right? During a volume time, if it's 9:30, if it's 8:20 in the morning, if it's Comex open, NYSE open, if it's New York open 8 a.m. or if it's London closed at 11 a.m. If any of those things are happening, or if we had a news folder, right, that came out negative for the dollar, right, which means it would be good for gold. Yeah, if this is how it's setting up, we're taking these buys, we're filling the wick with momentum, with range here, and we're going to disregard the minor levels because of the volume. But we can't do that here. We don't have any of those catalysts here in the Asian session. And now I look historically what has happened at this level, and we've closed above, we've filled the range like we did here, rejected, and then the next candle never broke that high. So you've created a lower high, and then the market started turning around. So because of all those things, I have to wait for either a high volume time or for it to really set up clean as hell, right? Just, I need a Mr. Clean here. No Diddy. So all these things are go into the decision-making process. Yeah, and for those reasons I'm out, like the sharks. Fucking sharks. Man, fuck these goddamn sharks. I'm over it. Sharp teeth motherfuckers. Yeah. Ooh, this looks lovely. If this flips, might be straight up, but I won't be part of it. I'm done for the evening. We had a W in the morning. We had a W here in the Asian session. So, the day has been one complete W. Damn, this is a lovely bottom wick. I I think there's a chance we flip and come right back down. I'm going to wait for a high volume time or closure above 23.64 or back down in range for the next hourly after this one. I'll also say this: if you get the 30 closing bearish here, right, and it never flips and creates a top wick, you can get this sell on the next 30 or the 15, not necessarily the hourly, as long as you can now come back and re-break the highs. So if you're able to come back up and actually flip on this hourly, right, so which means you'll break the high here, this candle will flip, drive bullish, and then it's able to reflip. This is where you would take a position. You need a closure below here, you need a bottom wick to be established, and you need a top wick to break this high, which would mean it flips the hourly bullish, fails to drive, and reflips this 15 or 30 back bearish, which will be your positions. That's the only way for me to get an entry on this next hourly. Personally, I won't be trading. I'm going to turn the charts off. I'm going to go smoke my fat Jamaican joint, put the kids to sleep, and call it a night, right? And I'll be on in the clubhouse, and I'll be on with the signal channel in the morning. And tomorrow we continue. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, as we do every single weekday. All right, gang? I'm going to call it a session here. Thank you guys for coming through and vibing with me and spending a few hours with me. Appreciate you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you got a W. If you didn't, I hope you definitely got some value out of this. And if you came in here a bit late, make sure you show up on time tomorrow and keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Everything takes time, right? Be patient. You need time. You need experience. And be patient with yourself. Give yourself that time. All right. Chat. Drop a like, sub to the channel before you dip. Javier, appreciate you coming through. Zoom gang, see you guys in the clubhouse. Yes. And mods, appreciate you as well. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. As for me, gang, I'm going to call it a night. That's my time. And you already know the deal. Just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.